Cancer, hi. So this is going to be a reading for August 10th through the 16th, and I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Cancer. Ooh, you got two over, well, you got four in the immediate future. We'll go over that. The overall energy for the reading, the Strength card. Some challenging energies are kind of just around the corner for you. But let's see until we get there. In the recent past, the Knight of Swords, the King of Cups, the Seven of Cups. Exploring some options here, potentially with somebody or about somebody. But I see you making the right choices, at least in the moment. It feels like, okay, this is what I want to do about this. What do you think? Maybe this, maybe that. Okay, we'll do this, you know. In the current situation, the King of Swords, the Ten of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles. Man, things look amazing here. Clarity, happiness, nurturing of yourself and others and whatever. It's many energies that I'm seeing here. It's not just yours. At least one other, if not more. Okay. In the immediate future, the Tower, the Seven of Swords, the Four of Swords. Okay. This is not as challenging. Well, it kind of is a little stressful, but I see you dodging a bullet. Big time. But like on the final stretch. Like you barely make it. It's like, oh, okay, I did it, you know? But, okay. Okay. Let's clarify. Let's do the Strength card. For the Strength card, you get the Four of Cups, the Chariot, the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, something surrounding your stability is not necessarily satisfying right now. I'm getting pulled in the direction of job. Not the whole job, but something about that aspect there. Something is a little bit upsetting. But overall, the energy still feels steady and manageable. So even if something is challenging there, it's handleable. For the Knight of Swords, in the recent past, you get the Two of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords. Lots of doubts in there. Yeah, there's definitely a teamwork at play there. You're not on your own there. Exploring some options, making some choices. There's definitely somebody else by your side. At least one other energy that you have to keep in mind here. And I do see some hesitation on your end, even when you determine, okay, this is what we're going to do. It's like, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, let's do that. You know, so there's a little bit of, I'm not entirely sure. But I feel like you're still going for it. For the King of Cups in the recent past, you get the Ace of Swords, the Strength card, the Knight of Cups. So even through all these doubts and questions and, you know, because it's not a lot. It's a little bit of something in there for you. I still see you going through with whatever is going on here. And remember, you also have another energy by your side. So it's like, as long as you're coming from the same place and establishing that you're moving to the same place, you should be good to go. And that's exactly the case there. So even if there's doubts, challenges, or all sorts of things that show up along the way, it may feel like bumps in the road at times, but ultimately it feels like we're overcoming this. We're doing this, you know? For the Seven of Cups in the recent past, you get the Five of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the King of Swords. Man, fear got strong there, because these little doubts, these little insecurities along the way, I feel like, you know, they were hiding a bigger picture of a fear of failure maybe, or fears in general of, oh my god, we're gonna fail at this, we're gonna fuck it up, something's gonna happen. I see you clear, determined, and at all times keeping in touch with your intuition. And I see you overcoming those fears. So even when it felt like a whole mountain was kind of falling on top of you. It's like out of those fears that were showing up sometimes. I see you pushing through and being like, okay, we got this, we got this, we got this. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Okay. So you may have overcome something. Well, what you overcame ultimately was your own fear of something. Pushing through is definitely the main energy in that pass there. For the King of Swords, in the current situation, you get the Magician, the Tower, the Nine of Wands. You're a freaking hero here. Because you're showing up as preventing shit from hitting the fan, but like last minute. You just show up there, you see the shit coming, and you're like, oh, no, we're not going to let that happen. So I don't know what it is that you're doing here, but you still have the perseverance, you still have the clarity, you still have the, I think you have your eyes on the prize. You know, you have a goal here. And it's like, you're not going to let anything stop you here. You know, for as long as you can prevent shit hitting the fan, you're gonna be like, okay, well, I have all the resources, I have everything it takes here to prevent shit from happening, so yeah, I'll do that. Okay. For the Ten of Cups, in the current situation, you get the Five of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Two of Pentacles. Uh-oh. It's not you I'm worried about here. It's the other energy you're dealing with. Because while in the past there, you're looking like elbow to elbow. Yeah, we're doing this together. We're in this together. We got it. As of right now, there's still involvement from the other energy. It's not as high as yours. It dimmed in comparison. They're still there, yeah. And I feel like you have your own doubts too here about it. Like, I wonder where they stand. Not elbow to elbow anymore. You know, again, they're still there. Well, this could be your perception, though. I'm not going to peg it as that quite yet. This could be just your perception of, I wonder if they're still with me in this one. They are, just not to the extent that they were. I'm not sure if they got lost along the way. I'm not sure if this became less meaningful to them as it is to you. I don't know. Whatever it is you're doing here, but I don't know. Let's see. For the Queen of Pentacles, in the current situation, you get the Six of Pentacles, the World card, the Justice card. But see, the energies are still showing up as even. Even. Could it be your perception then? Because it does show up with deception. It's like, are you sure you're perceiving this right? Are you sure you're seeing the truth of the matter, or just how you want to see it, you know? Because I'm looking at the energies and I'm like, I don't know. The energies feel right on both ends. If that Five of Swords wouldn't have been there, in how you're showing me this energy, I'm like, I may be tempted to believe you when you doubt their involvement. But now I'm like, no. They might still be there. Maybe a little different than they were, but that doesn't mean that it's not the same. I don't know. Let me do the Tower. In the immediate future, the Hermit, the Two of Wands, the Eight of Cups. You're kind of on standby here. You're almost like, you know, on a trial period. Like, I'll give something a shot and see where it's going, if it's going, and if it's not, I'm out. So you could be testing the ground here for something. And I do see after a while being like, okay, now I have my answer. I'm out, you know. Let me do the Seven of Swords, the Death card, the Knight of Cups, the Devil. Yeah, you are out completely. Like, there's no You're out. Let's just put it that way. I can't trust this energy though, even if it's yours and you're showing up committed to this. I think your perception turns something into something that it's not. You gotta make sure that this is the truth of what's going on and not just your perception of what's going on. Because sometimes we could be wrong. We could be perceiving things in a different way than they truly are. You know, always in a situation of two energies dealing with one another, there's always their perception, and then there's the truth. I'm leaning a lot in the direction of, I think this is your perception. I'll test something out, I'll see how it's working, and if it's not working out, then I'm out. And then I see you out, but I see the Nine of Cups with the Devil. That almost feels like a false intuition. Like, are you sure about this? Are you sure this is how things are playing out? Or is that what your mind is trying to tell you, that things are playing out in that way, when in reality, are you present in all of this? Like, are you taking things for face value, or are you just interpreting things in a certain way based off of even your past traumas? Or let me see here, the Four of Swords. See, because there's doubt. For the Four of Swords, you get the Moon, the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Swords. No, on the surface you show up determined, like, yeah, I'm sure. But then I look beyond that and I see doubt. But that you keep that hidden. So it's in a compartment there in your mind where it's like, I don't know if I'm making the right choice here. I'm not 100% sure. Let me do the Two of Cups. For the Two of Cups, you get the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Six of Swords. It's going to change things up. Look, if you make this decision of cutting this off, it might not be done completely, but it's definitely going to change things, where it feels like if you've built this within 100 steps, it's going to take this 50 steps back if you go with this. Now, what I have for you is a suggestion. You do whatever the hell you want. At the end of the day, it's going to be you that's feeling all of this, that's going through all of this, so you know what's best for you. But I do have a suggestion. Every time you go through any step of this experience, please give yourself time to reflect and to be brutally honest with yourself. Is this how I'm making things to be, or is this how things are? That's the question that you need to ask every time you take a decision here. So even if you get to this place in which you cut everything off because you're done, based off of what you're seeing, you're done. Okay, let's say you're wrong. Hypothetically. Let's say you're right. I don't know. You'll see when you get there. But let's say you're wrong. And after you're done here, you kind of come back to this and you're like, I have doubts about me being done here. And let's say things can be restored here, but again, 50 steps back, out of 100 you moved forward. Why not, right, wrong, whatever you are at the end of this, why not give yourself some time to sit with things as you go? Nobody's rushing you here. I don't see any energy that you have to be somewhere at a specific time, or, nobody's putting pressure, nobody's rushing you through this process. The only one that's going to put pressure or rush you is going to be you. No reason to. Take some time with each step you take, every decision you make sure you're coming from clarity. And if there's the slightest little seed of doubt in there, give yourself some more time until there's no doubt absolutely about your decisions here. That's it. That's all I can say for this one. Because it might be your perception, and sometimes our perception gets the best of us. We're not going to see the truth to a situation necessarily for what it is. So, it happens to all of us. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice. The Judgment card, the Six of Wands, the Three of Wands. Yeah, make sure you're making the right decisions by giving yourself time to sit with it. If it makes sense to you today, it's going to make sense to you in a week. Right? Give yourself some time through each step you're taking through this. So, That's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.